Good morning, students. Unit 16 Plant and Animal Hormones lesson. Last video we discussed about plant hormones. Now we are going to discuss about human endocrine glands. First, you should know about what is gland. A gland is an organ which produces and releases some substances. These secretions perform specific functions in our body. There are two types of glands are present in our body. One is exocrine gland and another one is endocrine gland. Exocrine glands having specific ducts to carry their secretions. Example, salivary glands, mammary glands, sweat glands. Salivary glands are secreting saliva. Mammary glands are secreting milk. Sweat glands are secreting sweat. Next one, endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are found in different regions of the body of animals as well as human beings. These glands are ductless glands. Ductless means that for example, in heart blood vessels are present. The blood is circulating inside the blood vessels. They are ductless glands. So their secretions are diffuse into the blood stream and are carried to distant parts of the body. Their secretions are called hormones, which are produced in minute quantities. They act on specific organs which are referred to as target organs. So, the endocrine system consists of a group of glands and organs that regulate and control various body functions by producing and secreting hormones. The branch of biology which deals with the study of endocrine glands and its physiology is known as endocrinology. Thomas Addison is known as father of endocrinology. English physiologist W.M. Bayliss and E.H. Starling introduced the term hormone in 1909. They first discovered the hormone secretin. It is a hormone released into the bloodstream by the duodenum. Already you know that duodenum is the part of intestine. It regulates water homeostasis throughout the body. Endocrine glands present in human and other vertebrates are pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal gland, gonads and thymus gland. Now let us discuss each gland detailedly. The first endocrine gland we are going to discuss about pituitary gland. Pituitary gland or hypophysis is a pea-shaped compact mass of cells located at the base of the midbrain attached to the hypothalamus by a pituitary stalk. The other name for pituitary gland is hypophysis. Hypophysis means lying under. It is located at the base of the midbrain. So it is called pituitary gland or hypophysis. The pituitary gland is anatomically composed of two lobes. See the picture, anterior lobe and posterior lobe. The two lobes perform different functions. They are the anterior lobe is called adenohypophysis and the posterior lobe is called neurohypophysis. The special name given for pituitary gland is master of endocrine gland because the pituitary gland forms the major endocrine gland in most vertebrates. It regulates and controls other endocrine glands. It gets the information from brain to tell other glands in your body what to do. It regulates and controls other endocrine glands. So it is called master gland. Next, hormones secreted by the anterior lobe of pituitary. What is anterior lobe? Adenohypophysis. The anterior pituitary is composed of different types of cells and secrete hormones which stimulates the production of hormones by other endocrine glands. The hormones secreted by anterior pituitary are growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, gonadotrophic hormone, prolactin. First one, growth hormone. Growth hormone promotes the development and enlargement of all tissues of the body. It stimulates the growth of muscles, cartilage and long bones. It controls the cell metabolism. So growth hormone is essential for our normal growth and it controls cell metabolism. Metabolism is the process by which your body converts what you eat and drink into energy. That is metabolism. The improper secretion of this hormone, improper means that is less secretion of growth hormone or excess secretion of growth hormone causes some disorders. They are called hormonal disorders. First one, dwarfism. It is caused by decreased secretion. Less secretion of growth hormone causes dwarfism in children. See, the characteristic features are stunt growth, delayed skeletal formation and mental disability. Patient at the age of 20 may have body development of a child at 10 years. That is dwarfism. Second disorder, gigantism. Over secretion of growth hormone. Excess secretion leads to gigantism in children. It is characterized by overgrowth of all body tissues and organs. Individuals attain abnormal increase in height. See the picture. Next one, acromegaly. Excess secretion of growth hormone in adults may lead to abnormal enlargement of head, face, hands and feet. So abnormal enlargement of the body parts. So dwarfism and gigantism caused in children. This acromegaly is caused in adults. So these are the disorders by growth hormone. Excess secretion or less secretion of growth hormone causes dwarfism, gigantism and acromegaly. Next, thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. Thyroid stimulating hormone controls the growth of thyroid gland, coordinates its activities and hormone secretion. So, TSH is a pituitary hormone that stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroxine and triiodothyronine, which stimulates the metabolism of almost every tissue in the body. Next one, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. ACTH stimulates adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland. So cortex is an outer layer of adrenal gland. Okay. So ACTH stimulates adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland for the production of its hormones. That adrenal gland secreting some hormones, no? That is. It also influences protein synthesis in the adrenal cortex. See the picture, the outer layer of the adrenal gland is adrenal cortex. Next hormone, gonadotropic hormones. So gonads means reproductive organs. The gonadotropic hormones are follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which are essential for the normal development of gonads. First, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. In male, it stimulates the germinal epithelium of testes for formation of sperm, production of sperms. In female, it initiates the growth of ovarian follicles and its development in ovary. See, follicles means the egg cells are present inside the ovarian follicles. Okay, next one, luteinizing hormone. In male, it promotes the Leydig cells of the testes and secrete male sex hormone testosterone. Already you studied that male sex hormone testosterone is responsible for the development of secondary sexual characters. In female, it causes ovulation, responsible for the development of corpus luteum and the production of female sex hormones estrogen and progesterone. See, what is ovulation? Release of an egg from the ovary is called ovulation. Then corpus luteum is mass of cells that forms in an ovary and is responsible for the production of female sex hormones estrogen and progesterone. Next one is prolactin, PRL. Prolactin is also called lactogenic hormone. Already have you heard this word lactogen, that milk powder? Okay, lactogenic hormone. This hormone initiates development of mammary glands during pregnancy and stimulates the production of milk after childbirth. Two functions are done by this lactogenic hormone. One is development of mammary glands and stimulates the production of milk after childbirth. So till that we revised what are the hormones secreted by the anterior lobe of pituitary. Next we are going to discuss about hormones secreted by the posterior lobe, neurohypophysis of pituitary. The hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary are vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone and oxytocin. Vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. In kidney tubules, it increases reabsorption of water. It is very important process in our body. It reduces loss of water through urine and hence the name antidiuretic hormone. Deficiency of ADH reduces reabsorption of water and causes an increase in urine output, polyuria. Polyuria means passing abnormally large amounts of urine. This deficiency disorder is called diabetes insipidus. Oxytocin. It helps in the contraction of smooth muscles of uterus at the time of childbirth and milk ejection from the mammary gland after childbirth. During delivery time, this oxytocin hormone relaxes the muscles of uterus. Melatonin is a hormone produced by the pineal gland. It is known as a time messenger. It signals nighttime information throughout the body. So, melatonin plays an important role in the regulation of sleep cycle. Its production is influenced by the detection of light and dark by the retina of the eye. Exposure to late at night, especially short wavelength, can decrease melatonin production, interrupting sleep. Suppression of melatonin has been implicated in sleep disturbances and related metabolic disorders. Most of them using mobile phones at late night. It is not good to use smartphone before bed. It can damage your eyes and also it can interfere with your sleep. Blue light disrupts the production of melatonin. It affects your sleep cycle and causes health issues like depression, obesity, breast cancer, prostate cancer, cardiovascular disease, etc. Next, endocrine gland, thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is located in the front of the neck. See the picture. It is composed of two lobes either side of the trachea. The left and right lobes are connected by means of a narrow band of tissue known as the isthmus. This gland is composed of glandular follicles and lined by cuboidal epithelium. The follicles are filled with colloidal material called thyroglobulin. Already we discussed the production of thyroid hormone is controlled by TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid gland needs iodine to produce thyroid hormone. The hormones secreted by the thyroid gland are triiodothyronin T3, tetraiodothyronin or thyroxine T4. The numbers 3 and 4 indicates the number of iodine atoms in each hormone. Functions of thyroid hormones. It increases oxygen consumption in tissues. Then production of energy by maintaining the basal metabolic rate of the body. BMR is the amount of energy per unit of time that a person needs to keep the body functioning at rest. They stimulate appetite, digestion, breakdown of nutrients and absorption. They also raise the breathing rate, heart rate and contraction strength. Next one, it helps to maintain the normal body temperature. Thyroid hormone secretion usually rises in winter months to keep the body warm. Next one, influences the activity of central nervous system. Then controls the growth of the body and bone formation. It is essential for normal physical, mental and personality development. So it is called personality hormone. Physical appearance plays an important role to build your personality, which is controlled by thyroxine hormone. That's why it is known as personality hormone. It regulates carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. Edward C. Kendall in 1914 first crystallized thyroxine hormone. Charles Harrington and George Berger identified the molecular structure of thyroxine in 1927. Thyroid gland requires 120 mg of iodine every day for the production of thyroxine. Next, thyroid dysfunction. When the thyroid gland fails to secrete the normal level of hormones, the condition is called thyroid dysfunction. It means excess secretion or less secretion of thyroxine hormone leads to the following conditions: hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Hypothyroidism means less secretion of thyroxine hormone. Hyperthyroidism means excess secretion of thyroxine hormone. First, we are going to discuss about hypothyroidism. It is caused due to the decreased secretion of the thyroid hormones. The abnormal conditions are simple goiter, cretinism and myxedema. First one, goiter. It is caused due to the inadequate supply of iodine in our diet. It leads to the enlargement of thyroid gland. So, it looks swelling in the neck region. It is called goiter. Next one, cretinism. It is caused due to decreased secretion of thyroid hormones in children. The conditions are stunt growth, mental defect, lack of skeletal development and deformed bones. These children are called cretins. Next one, myxedema. It is caused by deficiency of thyroid hormones in adults. They are mentally sluggish. It means lacking in energy or slow to perform. It means swelling of body parts. Hyperthyroidism. It is caused due to the excess secretion of the thyroid hormones. The excess secretion of thyroxine leads to Graves' disease. The symptoms are protrusion of the eyeballs. That term is called exophthalmia. See the picture, that normal eyes and bulging eyes. It is called exophthalmia. Increased metabolic rate, high body temperature, profuse sweating. It means excessive sweating. Loss of body weight and nervousness. Next endocrine gland is parathyroid gland. The parathyroid glands are 4 small oval bodies. See the picture, it is given in yellow color. 4 oval shaped bodies are present above the thyroid gland. They are called parathyroid glands. These parathyroid glands are secreting the hormone is called parathormone. The parathormone regulates calcium and phosphorus metabolism in the body. They act on bone, kidney and intestine to maintain blood calcium level. When calcium levels are low, the parathyroid gland produces parathormone, which pours into bloodstream. The parathormone eventually enters the bones and activates the cells. When calcium levels are high, the gland does not produce parathormone. Next one, parathyroid dysfunction. The secretion of parathyroid hormone can be altered due to the following conditions. For example, removal of parathyroid glands during thyroidectomy. It means the removal of thyroid gland. In some reasons, the removal of thyroid gland takes place. For example, it is an operation that involves the surgical removal of. When a patient has thyroid cancer or some other conditions of the thyroid gland or goiter, because of these reasons it is removed. So it causes decreased secretion of parathormone. The conditions are muscle spasm known as tetany, sustained contraction of muscles in face, larynx, hands and feet. Sustained contraction means severe contraction but lack of relaxation. Painful cramps of the limb muscles. Severe pain occurs in legs. Next endocrine gland is pancreas, islets of Langerhans. Pancreas is an elongated yellowish gland situated in the loop of stomach and duodenum. The special name given for pancreas is dual gland because it acts as both exocrine and endocrine part. The exocrine part secrete pancreatic juice. It helps in digestion. The endocrine portion is made up of islets of Langerhans. The islets of Langerhans consist of two types of cells, alpha cells and beta cells. The alpha cells secrete glucagon and beta cells secrete insulin. Next, we are going to discuss about functions of pancreatic hormone. A balance between insulin and glucagon production is necessary to maintain blood glucose level. See, the excess glucose is converted into glycogen by insulin. If less glucose in blood, glucagon converts glycogen into glucose. These hormones are maintaining blood sugar level. Glucose is converted into glycogen by insulin. Glycogen is converted into glucose by glucagon. Next one, insulin. So already I told insulin helps in the conversion of glucose into glycogen, which is stored in liver and skeletal muscles. It promotes the transport of glucose into cells. So glucose level in blood decreases. It decreases the concentration of glucose in blood, so it is called anti-diabetic hormone. Next one, glucagon. Glucagon helps in the breakdown of glycogen to glucose in the liver. It increases blood glucose level because it converts glycogen into glucose. Next disease is diabetes mellitus. The deficiency of insulin, it means the less secretion of insulin causes diabetes mellitus. The symptoms of diabetes mellitus are increase in blood sugar level, that is called hyperglycemia. Hyper means excess secretion. Increase in blood sugar level is called hyperglycemia. Excretion of excess glucose in the urine, that is called glycosuria. Frequent urination is called polyuria. The large amount of urine is excreted. Then cholesterol level decreases. Increased thirst, it is called polydipsia. They feel extremely thirsty. Increase in appetite is called polyphagia. Then in diabetic patient, delayed wound healing is occur. Diabetic patient through diet, they can control their sugar level. If it is not controlled by diet, then they are referred to take insulin injection. Human insulin was first discovered by Frederick Banting, Charles Best and McLeod in 1921. Insulin was first used in treatment of diabetes on 11th January 1922. Next endocrine gland is adrenal gland. The adrenal glands are called suprarenal glands. See the picture. The bean-shaped structure is called kidney. Above the kidney, adrenal gland is present. So, it is called suprarenal gland. The adrenal gland is triangular in structure. It has two distinct regions, that is outer layer and inner layer. The outer layer is called cortex and the inner layer is called medulla. Adrenal cortex. It is an outer part of the adrenal gland. It consists of three layers. They are zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata and zona reticularis. Adrenal cortex is regulated by ACTH hormone, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Next one, hormones of adrenal cortex. The hormones secreted by the adrenal cortex are corticosteroids. They are classified into glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. Next, we are going to discuss about functions of adrenocortical hormones. First one, glucocorticoids. The glucocorticoids secreted by the second zone, that is zona fasciculata, or cortisol and corticosterone. They regulate cell metabolism. It stimulates the formation of glucose from glycogen in the liver. It decreases the utilization of glucose. It is an anti-inflammatory and anti-allergic agent. So they are used in the treatment of some diseases like autoimmune disorder, asthma, organ transplantation, etc. Next one, mineralocorticoids. The mineralocorticoids secreted by zona glomerulosa is aldosterone. Okay, it helps in reabsorb sodium. Mineralocorticoids. The mineralocorticoids secreted by zona glomerulosa is aldosterone. It helps to reabsorb sodium ions from the renal tubules. It causes increased excretion of potassium ions. When sodium levels in the blood is low and when potassium level in blood is high, during this time aldosterone is secreted. It regulates electrolyte balance, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure and blood pressure. Cortisol is known as life-saving hormone because the cortisol hormones of adrenal cortex serves to maintain the body in living condition and recover it from the severe effects of stress reactions. Next one, adrenal medulla. The adrenal medulla is composed of glandular cells, that is chromaffin cells. Adrenal medulla is not differentiated. They are richly supplied with sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Next one, hormones of adrenal medulla. It secretes two hormones, epinephrine or adrenaline, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. These two hormones are called emergency hormones because they are secreting during conditions of stress and emotion. And it also referred as flight, fright and fight hormone. We have to face that emergency situation or we have to escape from the emergency situation. Next one, functions of adrenal medullary hormones. First one, epinephrine or adrenaline. During stress situation, adrenaline is secreted. If we are critical conditions or if we are facing any problem, angry, etc., during this time it is secreted. It increases heartbeat and blood pressure. It promotes the conversion of glycogen to glucose in liver and muscles. So, blood sugar level is increased. It increases the rate of respiration by dilation of bronchi and trachea. So, more air can reach the lungs. Then it causes dilation of the pupil and eye. Then it decreases blood flow through the skin. That's why it is called emergency hormones. Next one, norepinephrine. Most of its actions are similar to those of epinephrine, but adrenaline is secreting during stress situation. This norepinephrine helps to bring back the normal conditions. Next, endocrine gland is reproductive gland, gonads. Testes in male and ovaries in female. Testes are the primary sex organ in male. They are composed of seminiferous tubules, Leydig cells and Sertoli cells. In these, Sertoli cells form the endocrine part of the testis. This endocrine part of the testis secreting the male sex hormone is called testosterone. Next, functions of testosterone. It influences the process of spermatogenesis. Genesis means formation. Formation of sperms is influenced by this male sex hormone testosterone. Next one, it stimulates protein synthesis and controls muscular growth. It is also responsible for the development of secondary sexual characters, that is distribution of hair on body and face, deep voice pattern, broadening of shoulder, increase in height, etc. Next one, ovary. The ovaries are the female gonads, female reproductive part located in the pelvic cavity of the abdomen. They secrete female sex hormones. Two female sex hormones are present, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen is produced by the Graafian follicles of the ovary and progesterone from the corpus luteum, that is formed in the ovary from the ruptured follicle during ovulation. Already I told, ovulation means release of an ovary egg from the ovary is called ovulation. Next, functions of estrogens. It brings about the changes that occur puberty. It initiates the process of oogenesis. Genesis means formation of female gamete, egg. It stimulates the maturation of ovarian follicles in the ovary. It promotes the secondary sexual characters, that is breast development, high-pitched voice, etc. Next one, functions of progesterone. It is responsible for the premenstrual changes of uterus. It prepares the uterus for the implantation of the embryo. We know that the fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. After fertilization process, the fertilized egg reached the uterus. So, this progesterone hormone prepares the uterus for the implantation of the embryo. Then it maintains pregnancy. It is essential for the formation of placenta. Next endocrine gland is thymus gland. It is located in front part of your chest, directly behind the sternum between the lungs. It is pink in color. After puberty, it undergoes shrinkage. It is called atrophy. Thymus gland is divided into two regions, that is outer cortex and inner medulla. Thymus gland secreting the hormone is called thymosin. Next one, functions of thymosin. It has a stimulatory effect on the immune function. It stimulates production of T cells. T helper cells producing antibodies. It stimulates the production and differentiation of lymphocytes.